Yo guys, sorry you already know that today we are back playing some more Raging Loop. We are left here with a potential decision about whether we reveal ourselves or not because I think somebody came out as the crow, and then just by process of elimination, if the snake can give useful information, which we are the snake, then we can probably help lead all of the humans to victory. But I don't know if that's best for us because we are still probably going to die if we reveal ourselves, just based on how the game has gone so far. I don't even know if I'm going to get a choice, but let's go ahead and find out. I hope you enjoyed and lost, you lost hours of sleep just turning over thinking about what is about to happen today, because that is what I wanted. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I had to think. Was the info I had enough? I couldn't tell them that I used my looping to gather info. That was why I could only reveal 2 results, one for yesterday and one for today. I'd already told Takumi-san that I checked and confirmed that he was a human. Thus, it was important for me to reveal that along with someone whose identity would help us. If I continue my silence, they might begin to believe that the snake wasn't fulfilling his duties properly. This was a do-or-die situation. Ho ho ho! Okay, whoa, we have options. We have options. And the fact that these are keys mean that revealing nothing is probably going to lead to us dying, which is why I want to do that first. Just so we can unlock another death. Revealing Takumi is human and Chikamochi is a wolf is what I would think to believe. However, if we do that, then, I don't know, then it's like a direct attack on the wolves and then they might just come for me. I don't actually know which is the right option here, but I'm pretty sure revealing nothing is the wrong option just because these have, like, keys. So I'm going to reveal nothing and see if I can get a unique ending out of it. No, not yet. I didn't have enough evidence to secure the fixed majority. All I had confirmed through my investigations as a snake up to today was that Takumi-san was a human. That was all the information I could offer. Like Asanagi-kun has said, this was a situation where the reward for revealing you had a guardian didn't match the risk. I hadn't even predicted Kari-san would reveal she had a guardian. I thought it'd happen a little bit after we secured the fixed majority. It seems the snake still lacks decisive proof. Takumi-san shot me a glance. At first he looked confused or somewhat annoyed that I wasn't saying anything, but it seemed he soon caught on. It's still too early. Perhaps the snake is truly dead. That shouldn't be the case, but we can't be sure. Let's think about this. In the end, no one else revealed themselves to have a guardian, and we reached a stalemate. Okay, perfect. Anytime that they yada yada through it, that means that I'm probably just going to die. Perfect. With Kari-san's reveal, we now have 3 confirmed humans. Then again, I can be completely sure she was telling the truth. I knew that Takumi-san and I were humans, and even when you included us, damn it, it wasn't enough, and I didn't have any more clues. Enough. Let's vote already. Is there anyone else who can do something? Though Kazu-san's word wasn't final without a valid plan hammered out, a melee couldn't be avoided in the end. Oh, you. Yes, you. Just like the first day, the old wolf guy voted for me. I'm voting for you. 2 votes. Guess that wasn't surprising. The clash between Mamiya-san and Tai-san may have temporarily distracted him, but he'd always been suspicious of me. I'm going with Miko again. Though I managed to change things by cooperating with Takumi-san, this wasn't good. I'll vote for Uematsu-san. I'll vote for the Miko girl. Miko and I now have 2 votes each for the old wolf guy. I'm going with Hasan. Crap, now is in the lead. I'm going with Fuzuishi too. Don't think I've forgotten how you said all that crap and ran off on the first day. 4 votes, not good. I'll vote for Miko-chan. I shall vote for the Yasumizu elder. Mako had 3 votes while the old wolf guy had 2. At this rate, all I could do was Miko-chan. What? Looks like you and me are gonna die soon. It all rides on your shoulders. Hey, you can't tell us stuff. That's against the rules. No, it isn't. Miko-chan, first come up with a way not to die, then think about who you want to be useful to. Even if it's not in the rules, I cannot approve of trying to forcefully sway a child's opinion. But... Wait, we can't let ourselves get swayed by the whims of a kid. Mako, if you do not vote for the Yasumizu elder, that man will die. You bitch. Bah, then I'll vote for him. Yoshikun, don't bother. Mako-chan's in a pretty tight spot herself. Pachine. I vote for the old wolf man. Then it's the final vote. Thus, everyone else voted on whether to hang the old wolf guy or I think they're going to choose me. In the end, the vote was 4-6. I was chosen. Let's go. This is the first time that I've been hung at a feast or whatever. So that has got to be a unique ending. I was in the feudal procession of the prayer to Shinai as a hapless lynch victim this time. I couldn't say this scenario had never crossed my mind, but it was still unexpected. The final vote should have been in my favor. I thought I could count on Takumi-san, Kari-san, Kinosuke and Shimi, the 4 who voted for Miko and Rikaku-san, but when the results came in, all of them except for Takumi-san had voted for me. None of them looked me in the eye. I didn't bother snapping back at them either. Now I understood. If I kept quiet, even those I was close to would doubt me. That was just how suspect my conduct on the first day had been. That was just how impossible a hurdle Kazu-san's request for me to die had been. I didn't like it, but all I could think about was how to survive next time. Perfect. I am sorry. I truly am sorry, Haruaki-sama. Hey, you've got nothing to apologize for. Hanging in the feast is supposed to lead to salvation, right? Then I'm happy. Don't you remember? I originally came here to die. You're not supposed to die here. Why did you not flee? The way she said that in a voice I could only hear was so different from her normal self that I was startled. Rikaku-san? I'm sorry. Rikaku-san, this way. No, please, let me push him. I'll be honored, Rikaku Uematsu-san. Haruki-san! Shami looked at me with a teary visage. I'm sorry, I didn't trust you to the end. Shina, you don't need to apologize for anything. I'm sorry, but... I'm sorry. It's alright, Shimi-chan. I won't hold a grudge. Honestly, I'd definitely be irritated about having to return to the start all over again. Still, I decided to play the good guy this time around. With this hanging, I feel like I finally become a member of Yasumizu. Don't be a dumbass. I can hear guilt in his voice. Are you really okay with this? You're really gonna just die without saying a word? Yes, I am. Not like that would do me any good. No one would believe me if I revealed my guardian now. Besides, if I died, none of this would ever have happened. The lynching would have terrified me if I didn't think of it that way. Death abruptly handed to you was slightly different from death in a fight you'd accepted. Multiple people's malice and apathy denied my existence by judging me less important than others, and so a consensus of those emotions sentenced me to death. To the creatures known as humans, who survived through their bonds, that despair surpassed that of simply being killed. I was experiencing such an easily imaginable scenario myself at that moment. Get it over with. Hey, hurry up! Soar, Hassan! You guys... Rikaku said lower her head, rise not, and muttered feebly, rise not. Don't come back. As the only V2 and our enemy, don't come back. And then we fell. She pushed me weakly with the force of a gentle breeze. I fell backwards, soared through the air, and fell. And with a sudden impact, my consciousness faded into a void not unlike the dense mist surrounding me. Let's go! Alright. Bad ending number 16. Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the hint corner. I'm interested to see if I can get a lead on which of those other two options is the right one. Or if they both lead to different, things. I'm not sure. So this one I do want to watch the hint corner. Obviously, I know which, choice I need to... I know which option I need to choose a different choice. I just don't know which choice. There's a harder one, so I'm able to avoid it. Time for your hint. Chin up. Alright, let's see what he wants me to pick. Bad ending 16, information, deficiency, death. If this was the only choice you could make, that means all the people you investigated and got keys from are dead. Right, that's what's important here. By investigating someone in the feast with the power of the snake, Haruaki Fuseishi obtains that information as keys. However, there are some truth of the XXX keys that have nothing to do with advancing the story. In this case, having 2 keys for the dead proved to be pointless. Of course, it's not pointless if you're aiming to get all the keys, but you need to find useful keys to progress here. To get the keys, you first have to go back to 5, okay, or wit investigation 1 or 2, yeah. You already have the keys, just go back to 5, declare guardian. Okay. That's all. Alright, so it does not give me a hint as to which one is going to lead to me not, or which one is the correct one, which one isn't. So now let's go back and choose one of them. So, right, okay. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay, no, Takumi. So Takumi and Kinosuke being humans, I mean, they're both alive. I don't know. I want to reveal that Chikamochi is a wolf. I feel like no matter what happens, this is going to be entertaining. But I'm interested to see what happens with the vote and what happens if we survive another day. Because I feel like one of these is probably right, one of these is probably wrong, but maybe they just lead to 2 different endings. Or maybe they converge in on the same ending. I'm not sure. But let's just pick one and go forward instead of just stopping and not doing anything. I had the evidence to reveal myself. I had a safety plan all set up. However, I also knew it was a ticking bomb that would likely throw things into chaos. Still, I'd already made up my mind, so I couldn't hesitate. Alright. Yes. Everyone looked to me when I raised my hand. I was nervous, but now that I've spoken up, all that was left was to go with the flow. It's really going to depend on how fast the rest of this feast go. If it, keeps dragging on, then that means that we are probably making the, right choice. But if it goes through really quickly, then that means that we're probably going to die. I, Haruaki Fuseishi, am the snake. I informed them without hesitation. I investigated Takumi Muro-san and Chikamochi Kamoshida-kun. Takumi Muro-san is a human, and Chikamochi Kamoshida-kun is a wolf. What was that? Mochi's a wolf. Everyone fell silent for a moment. Naturally, there was much commotion and chaos over my sudden announcement. Wait, Chikamochi's a wolf? That's not impossible, but why did you investigate him? Yeah, besides, didn't you already say you didn't have a guardian? I didn't say anything back then because there was a high probability I would have been killed if I had revealed myself. Obviously, I knew Mami-san was lying about being the snake, but none of you would have had any idea. If we'd both survived, the spider wouldn't know which of us to protect, so I couldn't guarantee my safety. If I had said something, the wolves would have had the perfect opportunity to find and kill the real snake. Oh, I see. Take this seriously, Mochi. Don't you get it? You're being accused of being a wolf. That's true. It's probably because I already know I'm not a wolf. Which means that Hassan would be the real wolf here, I guess. I suppose that idea makes sense, but if Mami-san was a wolf, would another wolf really try to play a snake again? We still don't know if the journal lady was a wolf. Hassan tried fighting back. You can't tell with these city folk whether she was a wolf or whatever. Maybe she went out wanting to die. Shall I take that as a sign of support for Chikamochi Kamoshida? His silence was not primarily out of doubt for me, but just the same old habit of his. I believe I was asked why I looked into him. The reason is because he wasn't acting like himself. He's normally sharper than this, and not the type who keeps quiet about his ideas. Yet this time, he's chosen his words quite carefully, almost like he's saying he can't act on his intuition. You talk like you've seen me do that before. See, this is exactly the part of him that scared me. That was merely my opinion and the observation that led me to investigate you, that's all. Please don't read too deeply into it. I will, if you've known about us for a while. Maybe you're a spy or something, sent by the village head. There's also your odd tendency to be aggressive towards, there's also your odd tendency to be aggressive toward just me that caused me to suspect you, like just now. I took a peek at everyone's faces. Yasunaga-kun was staring at the ground, lost in thought. Takumi-san was bewildered, as he should be. Fuseishi, are you saying Chikamochi killed Haru? Kanzu-san's eyes widened. Apparently he finally understood that a suspected wolf could be the one who killed his granddaughter. Yes, that would be the case. As if. I care about Haru-chan and Yasun more than anything else. Sorry to reach out to the others, but I really don't care about Shinai-san, the rules, or the feast. So how could someone like that kill Haru-chan? If you truly are mad, then you have motive enough. After all, mad people can treasure their loved ones whether they're alive or dead. It makes no difference to them. True. Cut out, Mochi. Did you really... this is a pain. Hey, Hasan, I'm no good with this kind of stuff, so go a little easy on me, will you? Sorry, but I can't let my guard down around you. I've learned well over the past few days that your brain is on a different wavelength from everyone else's. Yasukin, don't we have any proof Mochi didn't do it? You should have already realized it, but no, I don't. Don't you have anything, Mochi? Sorry, I didn't plan that far ahead. But do you really want to suspect me? Mochi-kun does seem to be acting the same as always. But even if he was given the role of wolf, I can see him maintaining his presence of mind. And his stance is essentially to not think for himself. He's just followed Yasunaga-kun and voted for Nosato-san each time so far. Fortunately for him, his disposition wasn't suspected, but I actually think it was a pretty cunning way to act. So long as someone Yasunaga-kun didn't want to view as an enemy was a wolf, that wolf could stay safe by following his lead. Yasunaga-kun is a monkey and therefore definitely human. To leave the vote to him is the same thing as having a wolf give up their vote entirely. But if Chikamochi Kamoshida were to stay that way, only to suddenly vote for someone else, we just dismiss it as him acting on a whim. In the end, he was in a position where he could vote freely without attracting suspicion. You're relentless. I don't really have anything to say, so staying quiet makes me look fishy. That's just the Feast of the Omi Purge. Then why not just hang me? Mochi, please say something, anything. Tell us you're not a wolf. I'm not a wolf. Look at me. Oh, come on, Yasun. You know I'm not the type who looks others in the eye when talking. I don't even look at other people, he said with a smile. The vote was held afterwards. Yasunaga-kun abstained from voting. This is still kind of yada-yadaing through it. I mean, we're getting more, but still going through the voting like this. I'm not sure. Okay. Chemi, Kaori-san, Kanzu-san, and Mochi all voted for me, while the rest voted for Mochi, sealing his fate. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Is the math mathing, or are we dying still? No. Okay. Hey, Yasun. Don't cry. I'm sorry, Mochi. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. Hey, no need to be sorry. I've done some bad things. Does that mean... I'm not a wolf, I just didn't have what it took to beat Hasan. Don't leave me. Without you or Haru-chan, I'll be all alone. You've got Mami, Kaori, and Yoshi, don't you? When it comes to them, No, forget it. What, you want to kiss something? Cut it out, idiot. Sorry, these are my last moments, and I still don't know what to do in times like these. Okay, do it, Yasun. Rise not. Rise not. Yasunaga-kun pushed forward. Chikamochi Kamoshida fell into the mist, and the rope went taut. Mochi. Everyone stood there frozen in place while I headed for the plaza. I felt sick. Hey, Fuseishi. Takumi-san caught up with me. He really was a wolf, wasn't he? No doubt about it. But, yes, he died as a human to the very end. I kept getting the urge to tell him to quit playing the victim and glorifying this. I wanted to tell Yasunaga-kun that this was the guy who'd killed the girl who was like his own sister and smiled like nothing was wrong. But what could that have done me? It'd probably be Mamiya-san all over again. The shock Yasunaga-kun will feel when all is revealed will be unfathomable, but there was nothing else I could do. Sounds like you're really fretting over this, sorry. Don't be. I'm a member of Yasumizu too. I will fulfill my duties as a snake while bearing the responsibility of Mochi's death to the very end. Thanks. It was good I got Takumi-san on my side, but as a whole, it didn't feel like any of this had gone well. It left a really bad taste in my mouth. After that, I lost my job in the kitchen. Okay, so we're auto-saving here, so this is a line of something that's happened. I'm going to play this loop, like, the whole way out. Even if we get, like, a new key or anything like that, I'm going back to that feast and choosing the other one just to see if anything changes. Because I need to know. I feel like every choice is important. But I'm playing this one out the whole way through, no matter how long it takes. Well, I hadn't exactly lost it, but since Kaori-san had voted for me, I was restraining myself. Yoshizuku took over the work while I secluded myself in my hut. Oh, okay, maybe we are going through this kind of quickly. It was Takumi-san who suggested it. He said it was best I watched out for any potential attacks now that it was out. I was the snake. Oh, I didn't think about how dangerous it is for us to be around like during the day. He also took over testing the food for poison. I remember what he said. If the spider's still alive, I've said they should protect you. If you're telling the truth and there's just one wolf left, I want to settle this as quickly as possible. So I told him I'd do everything I could. It felt like Takumi-san and I had grown rather close, and no, not in the way that would make BL fangirls squeal with joy. This green is usually not a good color to see. We might die? I gratefully took my food and was happy to get away from the melancholy atmosphere that lingered after Mushi's death. Takumi-san was right, just one wolf was left. And from my point of view, I had 5 candidates left. One day may not have been enough to corner them. Did I have any ways to ensure I could end it tomorrow? No, this is a problem. For now, I investigate who I consider the most suspect. As long as the spider protected me, the rest would be a war of attrition. In that case, I had to aim to end it tomorrow. However, I never woke up after that night. Okay. Why? What happened to me? I didn't even know. I felt not even the slightest bit of pain or suffering in my deep slumber. But like the dense mist outside, my sleep appeared to have engulfed everything and become a shroud not of this world. Does the spider not protect me? In the end, the loser wasn't even allowed to entertain that thought. Okay, interesting. So we do die. All right. I don't. You know what? I will watch the hidden corner because I'm interested to see if Sheepman has like any explanation as to like, oh, you know, outed the wolf and they got revenge somehow. Like, I don't know. Like, logically, this doesn't make any sense. Because why would the spider not protect me? The spider should be alive unless. Was there any humans that died that could have been the spider? Like, I honestly don't know. But the reason that we're not being protected, I just do not understand. Wait, are we not being protected because Mako's the spider and she doesn't know how to spell her name? She doesn't know her name and therefore she can't protect us? Because don't you have to like write the name of the person that you want to protect or whatever? But if Mako can't write her name because she doesn't call us the right name, then it might not work. So even if she wants to, it might not go through. Okay, what was up with that one? This was a rather mysterious bad ending, so I'll give you a precise counter strategy. Bad ending 17, mysterious Moshi hang death. Honestly, I don't know what happened. Not yet, anyway. What I can say is that it didn't seem like you were killed by a wolf. The spider should have been protect you and all. Wait, really? I wasn't killed by a wolf? It'll be a while until this mystery solves, so try a different choice for now. Okay. Oh, the choice is locked? You don't have a key? No, okay, I do have the key. Alright, we're just gonna go back. He's just gonna tell me, oh, go get the key that you need. Whoa. Okay, so there's like another mystery that's at play that the game is blatantly telling me that they're not going to tell me about right now. Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay, so we're going back to Declared Guardian, and it seems like the path to get us further is going to be to confirm the 2 humans. So very interesting. And we have at least gotten confirmation that we were not killed by a wolf. What were we killed by? Why were we killed? I have no idea. Did we break a rule somehow? These are, you know, things to consider. But I'm not going to mull it over too much because he did say that the game, you know, will tell us eventually. So I will let the game tell it in its own time. So let's go to the real answer here, I guess. From the one still alive, I could declare that Kinosuke no Satoshi was a human. With me, him, and Takumi-san, we would have 3 more confirmed humans, completing the fixed majority Yasunagi-kun had talked about. For that, I had to believe that Kaori-san was the crow, but that seemed reasonable to me. After a bit of hesitation, I made my decision. I had to hurry. The wolves must have been conflicted right now. They had to be considering whether they could start faking before I spoke up. I had to declare it. Yes. My voice sounded stupid. I raised my hand. Everyone looked at me. I was even more tense than I imagined. However, now that I'd spoken up, my hesitation was gone. I, Haruaki Fusaishi, am the snake. I made that as clear as possible. I investigated Kinosuke no Sato-san and Takumi Muro-san. They're both humans. The reaction was strangely calm. There you go. It goes without saying, but I'm admitting that I'm human. Same here. Why did you keep quiet about this until now? Like Yasunagi-kun said, completing the fixed majority requires 6 people. Normally, I would have needed to use my guardian once more. But then Mom suddenly revealed herself to be all but certainly a human, prompting you to act ahead of schedule, right? Yes, I do apologize for staying silent until now. People have died as a result. However, when Mamiya-san's declaration was such an obvious trap, I could no longer announce my role. I then gave them a mostly accurate summary of my intentions, similar to the one I gave Takumi-san. So that's why you said those things on the first day. Yes, I mistimed some things, though, so I probably sounded a bit fishy. Anyway, that's all from me for now. Do you accept that, Kanzo-san? We still left the final call to Kanzo Makishimichi, and it was actually a good thing it was still like that. Though some people resisted him, he was well respected here. A split here could destroy the fixed majority. You said something yesterday, didn't you? Something about having no special powers? I knew he would go there. Like I just said, I couldn't reveal my identity until now. Why? What do you mean? You weren't planning on dying. I'm sure I told you that I couldn't die. That was because I still had to fulfill my role as a snake. We hang liars. Feast rules. I didn't lie. Yeah, so why do liars get the noose? Humans search for the wolves under the assumption that humans don't lie, because that's something the wolves definitely do. Exactly, it was wise to create a situation where exposed lies could lead to the discovery of the wolves, and lying humans are harmful to humans. That's why I said I didn't have any special powers rather than I didn't have a guardian. After all, I don't have any superpowers, do I? Yes, that's what I thought when I heard that. I figured a roundabout phrasing was implying something. Like, I'll believe that. He's an outsider. We don't know what he is, and he lied. He said that Q and I are humans. Wolves can do that too. He wasn't wrong there. If I was a wolf and got comfortable on the human side like I was trying to do now, the humans would be as good as dead. After all, I could investigate the other wolf and just say they were human, adding them to the confirmed human count. If I did that, in a few days, we'd get in a situation where all the suspicious people were gone, while the feast was still going on. This was a waste of time difficult to recover from. In a sense, the fate of the humans depend on whether they believe me or not. It was a huge gamble for them. But why? Why wasn't any wolf taking this chance? So, you're saying he's a wolf who is using Muro and I to survive? That's not impossible, but I shall believe him. He may hide things, but I do not believe he means any harm. She was overestimating me, but at this moment I appreciated it. Same here. My reason is that Fuseishi-san analyzed the feast with reasoning similar to mine, and is so far doing the logical thing for the sake of the humans. I appreciated that. It made me want to buy him a drink once he was old enough. I trust him too, old man. Why? Because I believe he ain't planning on dying. You're afraid that he might pick the wrong targets and we'd end up with a feast that's not ending, even when we got rid of all the wolves, right? If that happened, everyone would hang Fuseishi, right? He's an outsider. He's not going to die for Yasumizu's sake. That's why he wouldn't say a lie that'd get him killed. It's also why he didn't come out when he said that all the snakes should be hanged. But the situation is different now. And now that he's out in the open, he's probably thinking he could even get the spider to protect him. Right, Fuseishi? Was he being honest? Or was he only saying that to make Kanzan-san more tolerant? Whatever the case, his analysis was correct. No comment. That was why I couldn't respond honestly. I couldn't lie or gather more antagonism than I already had. To my surprise, Kanzan-san chuckled. It sounded like a mocking laugh, though. Did this mean that he now accepted I was just a cowardly outsider? If that were the case, he probably wouldn't lend an ear to any of my proposals. After all, I wouldn't give my life for Yasumizu. I'll ask one thing, then. Which one of the 6 do we hang? I didn't think about it yet. What about you, Kyo and Yasu? The two shook their heads. You got someone? We're hanging Uematsu. Ooh, I don't know about that. Because she voted for Taiba-chan? Uematsu got something to say? If necessary, I'm willing to be hanged. I have not lived in Yasumizu for long. I never thought I would be trusted. However, there's one thing I can say. I have the spider as the guardian. You should not have said that. Wait a minute. I thought it was implied that Mako had it. What? So that was her play. But Rikako-san, that was the spider. Who'd you protect the first night? Right, no one died then. It would help to know that. The first night, I protected you, Kanzo Makishima-sama. That made sense. Sounds true to me. The old fart was pretty loud on the first day. The wolf saw that too. And yesterday, I chose Yasunaga Oribe-sama. Me, but I didn't do much yesterday. In all honesty, I sincerely believe that Yasunaga Oribe-sama would make for a more valuable survivor than Makishima-sama. I believe that we shouldn't mistreat those who claim to have guardians. Well, Takumi-san was choosing his words carefully. We couldn't shoot down all of Kanzo-san's suggestions. If he became too emotional, he could destroy our fixed majority. However, I was more or less certain that Rikako-san was a human. I'd made a theory that she was using Mako, and just now she named herself the spider rather than a snake. For me, all those things made sense. So, what happened next was completely unexpected. I'm also a spider. Oh, baby. Okay. We have 2 spiders. We'd always thought that the old wolf guy and Mako wouldn't take part in the feast. Boy, were we wrong. After all, their only contributions were their votes, and it was hard to tell what they based their votes on. I think the old man is definitely smarter than he lets on, or like knows more than what he lets on. Mako, I mean, she has a basic understanding, but I think she is like kind of what she says she is. But this old man, I mean, he knows more than he lets on. I mean, he already survived at least 1 feast, probably 2. If Kanzo went to 2 feasts, so this old guy has probably been to at least 2 feasts, maybe even more. They were just 2 swing votes who were otherwise harmless and best left ignored. It wasn't that simple though. Unlike last time when we had exceptions like me, everyone here was participating in the feast the way they were supposed to. That was why everyone could have a guardian of some sort, even if they were too childish or senile to make good use of it. I've been actually afraid that they would get and waste their guardians. I didn't expect him to come out as a second spider, however. Why him of all people? And why the spider? Interesting, really. Spider. Omatsu? I am the spider. The old man is lying. You are the liar. Hee hee hee. Oh man, sorry about this, but I always assumed you to be senile and nothing else. Do you understand the current situation? Oh? Hey, was he like this in the previous feast? Always been like this. Was useless in the feast. Mochi, you're friends with him, right? What do you think? Sorry, but I don't really understand others. You okay, old man? He's alright. How troublesome. Old fart, who'd you protect first and last night? Huh? Listen, our lives are on the line here. If you're just messing around, I protect that. He ended the question by raising his finger and pointing at Yasunaga-kun. Me? He? On which day? On both? Oh! He responded with a smile. That'd mean that the wolves went for Yasu first. I believe I can understand it. Hey, why him? Nothing? Just because? Yeah, hehehe. That definitely wasn't a good stand-up for deciding who to protect from death. What was this about anyway? Wait, could it be? The badger! Oh, I forgot about the badger. What's wrong, Fuseishi? Remember when I told you that there might be a badger? Because there are badgers in Shinai in the shrine? But it's so minor, and don't you think it's a bit of a stretch to assume they would be humans who serve the wolves? Well, in this situation, it doesn't really matter whether the badger exists or not. All that we know is that either Rikaku-san or the old wolf guy are lying. No arguments against that. Honestly, I thought they both were lying, but I more or less knew what Rikaku-san was going for. She was probably ordering and controlling Mako, the real spider. Okay, yeah. Effectively making her the one who protected people. That was why the info she gave about how she used the power was correct in a way. In a way, she was the spider's representative. The advantage of this method was that even if she died, the real spider would survive. Of course, Mako wouldn't have someone helping her make decisions if Rikaku-san died, limiting the Guardian's effectiveness. But even so, if the spider the wolves thought was dead was actually alive, it could turn the tides in the endgame. The spider was best kept hidden at all costs, but Rikaku-san revealed it, so it drew the votes towards her. She used it for her own plan. I didn't know how accurate my assumption was, but it did seem like an effective course of action, though she probably didn't expect a sudden fake. It was day 3, and the fixed majority plan was becoming reality, yet no wolves came out as either snakes or crows. We all knew the dangers of the wolves taking the snake's role, while taking the crow would help them hide the amount of wolves still alive, giving them a path to victory. However, there was next to no point pretending to be the spider. Even if you claimed to be the spider and said you would protect someone, then even if no one died, you could still be suspected of being a wolf fixing the game. However, there was an exception. It was effective in helping the wolves know who the badger was. Interesting. It was probably true that Kanzo-san was the target the first day, but was stopped by Mako, who was ordered by Rikaku-san. That was why the wolves who knew what they were aiming for that day had recognized Rikaku-san as the real deal. They also understood that the old wolf guy was lying. That meant that from the wolves' perspective, he was a human who just told a lie. It was too obvious. The wolves knew about the badger. The wolves and their ally needed to be proactive about lying. The old wolf guy defied that role, letting the wolves know what he was. With Hisako Mamiya's death, they had lost a vote, but with this, they now had 3 again. Also, Kanzo-san was considering his opponent, Rikaku-san, as the next candidate for the hanging. In this situation, we had to make good use of the 6 confirmed humans and hang the lying spider. The easiest choice was to trust Kanzo-san's decision to vote for Rikaku-san. By gathering wolf, badger, and confirmed human votes, Rikaku-san would be sent to the tree. It was a chance for the wolves to kill the spider and make them think that the humans killed a wolf. This was really effective for them and extremely dangerous for us. Even if the real spider, Mako, survived, it would be really difficult for me to talk about the badger and explain that Rikaku-san was a fake spider on their side. Yeah, I had to convince the human side that they should vote to hang the wolf guy instead. Was that really right, though? I had to think carefully. Yo, we're getting another choice? Yo, you know what I love to do with choices? I love to end the video and leave it on a cliffhanger, so that way we make the choice next time. Especially when we have the spooky noise playing in the background. This is going to be an important decision. So, I don't even know if we have the key properly to actually make a decision, or if one of them is going to lead to us dying, so we can get a key to do the other one. I feel like we've been getting a lot of endings and keys finally after a big stretch of like not getting them. I feel like we're getting a bunch now, and that is fantastic. So let's see if we do indeed get a choice, or if the game is going to decide for itself and play it out. Either way, I am looking forward to seeing what happens. Hopefully you all are as well. If so, let me know, but I'll see you next time. So until then, peace out.